My Twitter dog used to FaceTime her in the call. Pull a god girl demigod. Fly to her, see her in the fall. Shroom trip up, off. Spontaneous days apart. Walk through random boulevards. I be look when I'm awake. These fucking bums all in my space.
We coming in the Fletch again, y'all.
Thinking they the master race. Put your dumb ass back in place. Don't want that on GOD. Won't get stomped up in the face.
Untamed Hype Podcast.
Now she back, I beat me. She Patrick
we on episode 13, y'all. You seen episode 12? It went crazy. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Like I told y'all, what did I tell y'all last week? We up here, way up here. LV, where are we? Yo, we way up here. That's where we at. You feel me? Rabbit, where are we, bro?
Got me on a grip lock.
We up there, bro. We up there. We are. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah.
She may want some fancy spots.
Tell about it, Fletch. Yeah. We turning up to Fletch tonight, y'all. Shout out to my man's Fletch, John Fletch, the Fletch Roonies, dog. You feel me? Look. Check this out. Let's bring it down, y'all. Let's bring it down nice and chill. Like I said before, you know what this is. This is the Untamed Hype Podcast.
Let's go.
We are the single most greatest electrifying blurred podcast in the land right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we are. Is that what we are, LV?
Let's get it.
It sounds like and it feels like main character energy again. Main protagonist. We all main protagonists. You feel me?
That's right.
We all main protagonists in our land. You feel me? Blurred gang. Yeah, that's us. You feel me? So, what's up, people? We gonna be in front of you for a little while tonight. So go get your snacks, go get your drinks, but let me get to the introductions.
Let's go.
You feel me?
Yes.
It's another beautiful day in Blurred Land. And let me introduce myself. It's your boy, B Rich, aka the Black Yokai, aka the Daimyo of the West Coast, the Shogun of Eastside Long Beach.
Be rich.
Hey, tell them about it, LV. And who else I got with me today? I'm going to let you know. It ain't no secret. Y'all seen him last episode. And you going to see him next episode. And you going to see him right now. That's LV, the legend.
The legend. Let's go.
Tell them about it, LV. Tell him, how you feeling?
Know. Oh, I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling?
Hey, bro, I'm solid right now.
Oh,
I'm solid. You feel me?
Super.
Super solid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm feeling good tonight. But you remember that area I told y'all about last week that my boy that's wrong. My boy JW, sometimes WJ, was that? Well, we got two more guests in the area, y'all. Let's introduce my boy, Rabbit.
Yo, what's poppin',
Turn them up.
What's up, Rabbit? How you feeling, bro?
I'm alive. I can't ask for nothing more.
Hey, bless
Man,
up.
I hear that.
Bless up. Wait. We got one more beautiful lady next to my boy Rabbit. We got Ari in the building.
Hi.
Let's go.
Ari is definitely in the building, y'all. And look at her, y'all. Look at her.
Really excited to be here.
She's. I mean, man, it's awesome to have you here. It's amazing to have you here. It's amazing to have everyone that I have here. This is the Untamed Hype Podcast, y'all.
Definitely.
So we're going to get into some subjects today, but before I get into that, we got Matt behind the camera today.
Let's go, Matt.
Matt, shout out to you, bro. I appreciate your help, fam. But in the shadows, elsewhere, we got Malik the Master somewhere in the world right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's my brother and my ace. I said that last week. But you know, he in the shadows. But shout out to the Kuro boys. We got Kid, we got Spooky, Usagi, JW, me, the Black Yokai, and we out here. We out here. And Crow, of course. But I just shouted Crow out. But let's get into some stuff, y'all. Let's get into some subjects. Some subjects, okay? Deal? How y'all feel about that?
Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Let's make it happen. You already know.
That sounds
We're
fun.
about to go
Subjects are
up.
cool.
Okay. Now, Halloween is on the way.
Yes.
Halloween is on the way. So today we're going to talk about the scariest games y'all ever played.
Ooh.
The scariest games y'all ever played. And wait a minute, do y'all do horror games?
Oh, I do horror games.
You do horror games?
I do.
Okay. I barely do horror games. And the story I'm going to tell is the exact reason why. Rabbit, do you do horror games, bro?
I do not do any horror games, but I have answers for this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You got answers. All right. What's up?
Sometimes, every once in a while, I scare easily, so not all the time.
I feel you. Because I scare easy too.
I do too, but it's just the fun of them.
I feel you.
I gotta get through it.
The whole thing for me, I have an overactive imagination, so my dreams be crazy. And I don't mean like, oh my gosh, there's a scary monster chasing me. The monster got advanced powerment. Like he is empowered with stuff he didn't have in the movie that I just seen.
I
You feel me?
I feel that like when I'm asleep and I have those dreams, I can feel the thing like breathing on my neck.
Yeah,
Like,
bro, it's wild.
I wake up sweating like I cannot.
Sure, that's not a sleep paralysis demon.
You
might
know what?
be.
Them
You
demons.
know what?
Them demons.
Say less.
Playing off of what you just watched. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, no, you right.
Yeah,
Man.
the sleep paralysis demon is like, yeah, this is the what you just watched. I'm it. Like,
Right.
no, sleep paralysis demon. We've been here before. I've seen you before. You feel me? So, yeah, it's sleep paralysis is wild. I don't even want to get into that. But all right. So, scariest game you ever played. Let's start with our guest today. How you feel about that, Elvie?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
scary.
Okay. Cool. So, scariest game you ever played, Ari.
Ooh. I would probably have to say scariest game I've ever played was this game on the GameCube called, no, not on the GameCube, it was on the Wii called Baroque.
Baroque?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's it's like this post-apocalyptic thing. It was like a post-apocalyptic weird like anime game where you're playing as this like character. I think who had amnesia, but you're going through this tower the entire time, and the tower changes, and each time you die, you restart from the beginning. So you lose all your items, you lose all your
That's not Clock Tower?
No, it wasn't Clock Tower. I'm familiar with Clock Tower, but it wasn't Clock Tower, no. But yeah, you lose all your items. So I was playing it, and I think I played it for a couple hours, and like the first day I had it, and then I granted this was also when I was like 13, so I played it for a couple hours and I put it away, tried to play it again, and I got so terrified just the over atmosphere. And then each time you go into this tower, there's this one girl who keeps on just saying like, you have to come find me or something. And then each time you get closer, she just starts floating away. And then like around the tower was kind of creepy because like the music was like all dreary and like everything was like dark colored and like red. And then there was just something about the atmosphere at the game, even like the first cutscene, where I got so terrified of it, I like shut it down. And then like I think like the next day or something, like I asked my mom if she could return it, and she's like, why? And I told her like, I'm really scared of playing it, and so she returned it. But man, she was pissed. She was like,
Hey.
don't do this again, because I think the game was like $60 or something like that. But nah, she was like
no.
pissed. But that is the scariest game I have played, and I haven't really touched a horror game after that.
I feel you. You know what? That experience would not make me want to touch a horror game after that either. I ain't gonna
that
even
shit was
cap to
scary.
you, because that's like. And then another scary part another scary part is going and telling moms, like, moms, return this. And when you see your mom's face, you like, oh.
Now I'm scared for real.
Right? Honestly, that was also the last time I bought a video game just based off the cover. Every time I bought a video game after that, it was always like, I've done research and I watched it, right, what it was about.
No, I feel you. Yeah, so that's, that would, telling moms would scare me because I got a story similar to that one. We gonna get into my scary video game story in a second, but Rabbit, what's good, bro? What's the scariest game you ever played, bro?
The fact that I gotta pick one, that's the crazy part. Because I got like 3 off rip.
Yeah. You said you got 3 off rip?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Okay, let's get into it.
All right, I have to say this one's an old one. Planescape Torment. And what makes this game scary is you play an immortal, and when you die, it kills a random person in your universe, and that person becomes an enemy. So for the whole game, if you died, for every time you die, there is another enemy chasing you, trying to kill you. So
what?
The worse you are at the game, the harder the game gets. And every time you die, someone comes and they have personal beef with you.
Jesus.
And so you're just being chased down. The thing is, this was a spoiler. You don't know this until the end of the game. So the whole time you're just being chased down by ghosts and monsters. You have no idea why.
Then you find out?
You don't find out to the end of the game.
So what? They know that you're the reason why.
Yeah, they know. Every single time they know you're the reason. And they're coming after you specifically.
What?
Bro.
What is that called?
This was on PC. It's called Planescape Torment. It's old. It's from like the 90s.
Bro, what made you get what? Wait. How did you get this game, bro? That's my question.
There's this website called Good Old Games, and they take old games like that and they port them to new PCs.
So you said the one with Torment sound like a good game.
Right.
It's based on a D&D setting. So I was like, oh man, I love D&D.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's right up your alley,
What
bro.
setting is that?
It's based on Planescape.
It's
Planescape. I thought it was gonna be like a D&D game. Torment is just to be edgy. Nah, they meant like if you die, you're gonna suffer.
You're gonna get haunted by the people that you killed.
Wow.
Yeah, indirectly, and you don't know why for the whole game.
That's wild.
Then the other one would have to be Bloodborne. If you played the Souls-like games, Bloodborne is like some other shit because it's like typical Dark Souls horror where like shit just jumps out of nowhere. You'll push a door open, somebody kicks it back the other way, and now you got to fight a boss. Like it's got that, but what really makes it terrifying is that as the game goes on, you collect these points that reduce your sanity, and you start seeing shit. So at the beginning of the game, it's just like, oh, werewolves and vampires. And then by the end of the game, there's like giant multi-armed fetuses hanging on the sides of buildings. And they've been there the whole time. But you can only see them once you lose your sanity. And by the end of the game, you literally give birth to yourself. It's like the weirdest fucking shit. It's like H.P. Lovecraft type shit. Like it's so weird.
I just started that game last week. It's just been sitting on my. No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine because I love talking about it because I like Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3. And
yeah, Elden Ring was my shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I just started Bloodborne just because it's like the same realm, and I was just like, now that you said that, now I was like, dang, now I gotta worry about jump scares and stuff. Now I'm just ready to go in there.
You in for it, bro?
You're not, like it's not even the jump scares to watch out for. That werewolf that just kicked the door down and hit you with a hammer, that's not even the scariest part.
Bro, you said Bloodborne, and I was reminded about the fucking rats.
Oh yeah, the giant rats.
The rats in what?
There's in one part of Bloodborne, I think you're in a sewer or whatever, but there's these giant rat creatures, and I remember when one of my friends from a while back when the game came out, he let me play it, and we got to the part with the rats. I was like gripping the controller so tight because I was so terrified. He had to like kind of like pause the game and like kind of like pry my hands.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was like sweating. The big, disgusting looking rats.
And then the last one is an indie game. It's called Omori.
Amori?
Yeah,
I've never played that.
it's developed by Omocat, which some of you may know like them for their clothes and stuff like that. And it's a psychological horror about PTSD, trauma, and guilt.
Oh, okay.
It's very much just like genuine fears exaggerated to the next level. So you're like in this dream world and you're with your friends and everything is happy, and then one of your friends goes missing, and then next time you find him, you're like finding all your friends. He's like, and the friend that you lost is just like, please don't leave me. Don't leave me, Omori. And then you wake up to the sound of a door, and then you have the choice to open the door or go back to sleep. And
What'd you do, Rabbit? Did you?
I opened the door. So this game has multiple endings.
Hey, yo, I would have went back to sleep. I'm good.
I
bro.
opened the door, and it's one of your friends from real life, and you find out that you are not Omori. You are Sunny. Omori is another character that exists inside your brain.
Yo, what?
Oh,
And
I read a
it's
plot
just,
summary
and
about
from
this
there, it's
one.
just like a whole trauma of psychological horror. So like you're in two worlds. When you're in the real world, it's like the actual repercussions of actions that happened before, and in the dream world, it's personifications of your nightmares. And throughout the game, you have to figure out what traumatized you, what hurt you so much to where you haven't left your house in years.
So, Ari, have you played that?
No, I read a plot summary on. Actually, no, not a plot summary. I watched a TikTok summary on it recently, and the ending of the game is like trippy as heck. I will say though, like Anime Los Angeles 2020, Omari did have like the best setup.
Oh yeah, they had an Omori booth.
word?
Because there's like
Yeah.
there's a recurring theme of a black light bulb that hangs above your head, and you are nowhere. And the only way to leave nowhere is to take the one item in your inventory, which is a knife, and to cut your own heart out, so that you can continue forward with the game. And the booth that they had for that year at ALA was just a white room with a black light bulb above your head.
There was no staff, no merch, no nothing. It was just
They paid $500 just for that. There was
The goat.
nothing there.
but no, it seems like it's a good game. I am a baby, so I probably won't play it.
And I streamed it back when I used to do streaming, and at the end, my viewers were crying.
Wow.
My viewers were crying.
Wait.
My partner at the time was crying because they were like in the room watching me play it. They started crying. Like, it's just a whole thing.
Omori.
Omori, yep. It's an indie game. It's like $20.
Omari.
OMORI.
OMORI.
Is it like drawn graphics?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow. I didn't know it was that, like, how you
They
describe
give you,
it.
at the beginning of the game, they give you a content warning for suicide, homicide, self-harm, psychological horror, common fears such as drowning, spiders. Like, they tell you this, like, as soon as you turn the game on, they're like, yo, watch out. Like, this is what you're about to see.
Yo, so that's a warning.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, that's wild, bro.
And it's like a 2D game. That's
That's
the
a
crazy
lot,
part.
fam.
You look
Right,
at the
for
art,
one
you're going to be like,
game.
this ain't scary. But you play, you're like, I am so uncomfortable right now. Like,
Yo, that's different, bro.
That is different.
Time
That's
to stream
hey.
Omori.
First of all, I'm only used to cutting on a game and it say seizure warning from flashing lights, bro. Trigger warnings and okay, well, the warning before no Russian and Modern Warfare 2, the old one.
oh.
In the airport?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Now, that warning, it was the first of the kind I ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what are they warning me for? I
you
soon
play
found
it.
out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's the one where you have to go into the airport, right?
Yeah,
Sorry,
buddy.
that was a cold scene.
and you gotta do some things. I can't even say it right now.
It
but
it was controversial. I remember people were talking about it. They were like,
Yeah.
we want to ban this game. Like, this is crazy. Like,
Hey, that warning that negated all of that though.
Yeah.
You have the choice to play it or not. You know
That's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
That's
That's
when
a
people actually
fact.
started paying attention to ratings. So they're like, oh, when they say M, they mean M. Like,
Yeah,
this
they
is
meant
not
it.
for kids. I should not have let my 11-year-old play this.
yeah, that's a fact. I mean, like,
You know, it's funny that you say about the ratings. Back in the day, I don't know if you heard of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yep.
oh,
That's a
bro.
mature game, bro. That's a game you shouldn't be playing as a kid.
No, not at all.
But it looks so cute. It looks like Sly
Like
Cooper or
mature.
something.
Yeah, mature.
I've never
Pop
heard of
that
this
in the
game
system.
before.
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, I've never heard of
It's
that.
like South Park, the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, say less. Okay.
Yeah, it's not for kids.
Gotcha.
Like, I think I think people were like that should have been rated AO, which back then they had a rating past M, which was adults only.
That's where Leisure Suit Larry was.
I was just about to say that.
What
Yep.
the heck is Leisure Suit Larry?
That game.
Leisure Suit Larry come from way back.
It's demonetized. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Again, say less. Say less.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'll tell you that. It's a lot. Okay. LV,
Yes.
what's up, bro? What scariest game you ever played?
See, I got one for when I was younger and for like recent. So I'm gonna be quick. So when I was younger, it was Resident Evil 2. I used to play it with my bro on 64. And the thing about it is like when we got to the part when they introduced the liquor, that's the part where we would like get there and we'll just throw the controller and let the liquor eat us, and then we had to start over and we just go through that. We did that for one night, just passing it because we was too scared to do it, and then we left it alone.
Bro, you know what? You know what? That's crazy. I have the same. I was about to say the same exact thing. Not, bro. Resident Evil. I don't. I'm gonna get into it. Go ahead. Tell me about your older one, bro.
So my older one is Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. That one was just how it started off was just like, how you play Resident Evil 7, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the one where you're like stuck inside the house with that weird ass family.
Yeah, it's just when you first start, it's already eerie and weird, but once you like really get into it, and he gets back connected with his wife, that's when it just start getting trippy. When she hits his hand with an object. Hits his hand with an object. He has to pull the object out. Mind you, I tried it in VR, so that was just a whole nother.
Wait, time out, bro.
Why would you try that in VR?
I tried it in VR, and then I finally beat it, but it took me so long to actually beat it. But I played it regular, and I told myself I have to beat it in VR from beginning to end. But that's the game that scares me now. But I just have to. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
I mean. Resident Evil
background going crazy
we're talking
right
about
now.
Horror. The background kind of fits.
Yeah, that's facts. Lady staring into my very soul right now. Hold on, time out.
The craziest thing about Biohazard is that it leans into one of the biggest fears, and that's rednecks.
Oh yeah, no word. Yeah,
bruh. Think about Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that. It's like
wild.
That family was something crazy, man. So yeah, that one really. Just even thinking about it, that's why I haven't picked it back up yet. But I told myself I'm gonna do it eventually.
Man, that's crazy. So my two, I have two also. The first one, and I'm not gonna say nothing cliche like Five Nights at Freddy's. That's just a bunch of jump scares. I mean, when I was like, how old was I when I played Resident Evil 2? I had to be like 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. I had to be. So when I tell you Resident Evil 2 scared me out of playing video games for at least 2 months. Bro, so this is the first area. When you're going past that window, it's like a window upstairs. You go past it, and zombies bust through the window. Mm-hmm. Yo, I was like, no. I threw the controller. I ran into my dad's room. My dad was like, what's up? Why you in here? And I'm like, can you turn off the game for me? And he was like, what's on the game? And he went in there. He was like, oh, you getting eaten by some zombies. I was like, I don't care. Turn it off. Bro, it scared me so bad. Like, I promise I was terrified. Then I thought it would be a good idea. Like, I'm older now. Let me play Resident Evil 3. I ran into Nemesis, and he hit me with a rocket launcher. I said, I'm never playing another Resident Evil in my life. And to this day, I played the demo for Resident Evil 8. Just the demo. Mm-hmm. That was it. I was like, yeah, I'm still on that energy. You feel me? My second one is, bonus story. When I played Mortal Kombat 2 for the first time, it scared me too. What? Like I don't deal in scary, and y'all can say whatever y'all want. I don't care. Scary stuff for me is like, nah, bro. Like, you could all the scary movies, you can keep them. It's cool. I'm gonna stick with my happy stuff. But when I tell you Mortal Kombat, I got uppercutted on that level that got the spikes at the bottom.
Oh.
They uppercut you and you fall down that pit.
Yeah.
And you hit. It scared me. I hollered. I turned off the game and I ran and I knocked on my uncle's door. And my uncle opened it. No, I'm sorry. Before that, I ran, I got the phone, and I called my grandma's house. Bro, I was so terrified at 7 years old. And my auntie answered the phone and she's like, hello? And I'm like, auntie. And she's like, you okay, baby? And I'm like, click. I hung up the phone. The phone rings in my parents' room. My uncle answers the phone and says, hello? What? Comes out of the room like, boy, what's wrong with you? I'm sitting there shivering, bro. Like, I was like, the game. And he was like, I knew I shouldn't have run into that game. That thing looked violent and all that other stuff. But that was my first scary time. But my most recent one is on Xbox 360. There was a game called Outlast.
Oh, I remember Outlast.
Yeah.
I don't mess with Outlast either. Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, that one's scary, but the one that really got me and made me not play like scary games, Condemned Criminal Origins.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
It was on Xbox 360. And I played it with my cousin Rami. Shout out to my cousin Smooth Game, Rami. He out there doing his thing. Shout out to you, bro. But when I tell you that it's like you go past this door, and I don't know what it is with me and going past things and things popping out that make me not want to play these jump scare games. It scared me so bad I threw the controller at the screen and broke the screen.
Oh.
That's how serious it was, and I was like 16.
Bro.
Like, yeah.
So
I
now
was-
we know, do not walk up behind yokai. Do not jump out of bushes.
Bro, don't
Don't
jump
take
out of
yokai
nothing.
to a Halloween hunt. No horror movies for yokai.
You heard? Hey, look,
One of us
I'm
gonna
gonna be
walk out with a
missing
black eye. I'm gonna be
Right,
like, I'm sorry, but
bro.
black eye from yokai. You feel me?
Black eyes from yokai.
Bars.
Y'all heard it here today.
It's just, you guys just reminded me of a game from PS2 called The Suffering. Have you guys played
Oh,
that?
I've heard of
That
it. I've
sounds
never played
bad.
It
it.
was two of
Yeah.
them. The Suffering. It was this guy. He's I'm gonna be quick. He was in jail, and then all this stuff just started happening. All the supernatural stuff started happening. He started hearing people getting unalived in jail cells, and then his jail cell just suddenly drops. And this is the first one. And he walks out or whatever, and he starts having. And that's a psychological one too, because he's thinking about his kid and his wife or whatever, and he starts seeing them. Different flashes of them unalive, but he know they're alive.
Yeah.
From when he last seen them, he'd been in prison for a minute, so he's going
Right.
through the corridors all crazy, and then eventually he see a prisoner get impaled from the ceiling from something, and then pulls him up. So now you tripping. You know what I'm saying? This is an action horror game, so you're going to get the jump scares and all that. So he finally runs, and then long story short, eventually he starts. The prison, it's something in the prison that's going on. I don't remember the story, but then now he starts. You get like a power up to where you like start changing to one of the creatures and start jacking everything up. or
Yo,
whatever.
that's crazy.
So yeah, because that's the first one, but then the second one you get two different forms or whatever, because you're still in the prison, but the prison is so big, and then it's just I remember the game was so crazy. It was something like Manhunt. I don't know. If you
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that,
I've
but it
heard
was
of
like that.
Manhunt before,
But
yeah.
that's the one they added more like horror to that, but it was more so like Manhunt.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a game that people barely talk about, but that was a good horror game. The Suffering. Yeah.
That man, those were some crazy takes, y'all. and we all been scared before.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And spooky season is upon us. You feel me?
Spooky season.
crazy part is I avoid any games with jump scares. So the fact that I still stumble into scary games is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I see a jump scare, I don't play, and they
Right.
still find their way. Like, here you go.
I'm still gonna get you.
Right.
Real.
Big facts. Okay. So yeah, scary season, y'all. But moving on. Now, this is a little more lighter subject. I need you guys is we're gonna rank. We're gonna try to rank because this is very subjective. Anime movies. And there's a lot. I know, y'all. I know.
Okay.
It's a lot. We're gonna rank. Give me your top 3. Everybody, give me your top 3, and your This is in order. Right? So, in order, your top 3 anime movies. I know it's hard, but y'all have to deal with it because this is Untamed night. You feel me? Give me your top 3 in order, and tell me why your number 1 is your number 1. I'm gonna start this one. Top 3 anime movies. Boom. So, number 3, Howl's Moving Castle. Pure Heat. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the vibes too. Howl's Moving Castle. And this ain't gonna be all Ghibli, okay? Number 2 is Spirited Away. It sounds like it's about to be all. It might be. I don't know. It might be all Ghibli. Ghibli is just that good. Y'all know. But my number one is Your Name. And number 1 is Your Name because it invoked like big emotions at the big age I'm at. And I seen it like 2 years ago. But it was so good. And it was so like just emotion invoking, bro. Like just the emotion put into the voice acting. English voice acting because I watched it in English. But just the emotions put into it and just the theme of the whole thing, like the theme of switching bodies and you know, technically time traveling, you know, it was just so well put together and so well thought about. You know what I mean? It felt like someone just sat there and was like, how can I invoke emotions in people that don't understand the culture? You know what I'm saying? Like fully understand the culture, you know? And it just did that for me. And the ending was like a big hurrah, like, oh, finally. It's like a relief, you know what I mean? But I really enjoyed that movie. Like that's my top number 1 anime movie of all time for me. That's the GOAT for me. Like Weathering with You came close, and also a silent voice is a honorable mention.
That's a big runner-up for me. I love A Silent Voice.
Silent Voice is so good. If you like that anime, I would recommend another anime series by that creator called To Your Eternity.
To Your Eternity?
Yes, if you want to be sad, I recommend that one.
Okay.
Except if you want to be sad.
I love sad things. Like all my favorite anime are sad as hell.
Episode 1 will have you crying.
Oh wow!
Right off the bat,
with the dog.
Yeah, with the dog, baby.
I
Yeah.
mean, I gotta write down all these anime
For real.
I'm talking about.
Like I want to see the dog. What's happening with the dog? Don't tell me. I'm
We can watch it
find
together
out.
sometime. You'll find out.
All right, bet. Say less. We gonna watch that. But LV, what you got, bro? Hey, look. I gotta hit you with it, bro. I gotta hit you. It's hard. It's hard out here.
It is. I'm sitting here thinking. I'm so mind boggled. It's this one anime. I wish I could think of the name, and I've been looking it up since I've been here, and I cannot think of it. It's like a late 90s, late 90s. Dang, I wish I could think of it. I'm gonna describe it for you guys. So, and this is it's gonna sound like most animes, but it's one of those animes that are so gruesome to stuff. So we gotta watch what we say about certain things, so it won't be too bad.
Right.
But it's one of those brutal ones to where they didn't start putting like let me say ratings on what the artist can do with the anime, like showing what's real, like insides and stuff like that, to where it's kind of like we don't get the details and too much of gore. But this was one of those anime. It was so gory, but the story, that's why the story was so good. It was gory, but the story was just like, it was this guy pretty much, he was, he of course he had powers or whatever, and those people like him, and the main guy knew that he needed to take him out. But to do that, the protagonist was protecting his chick. But her main purpose and her reason for life was to become this sword, this weapon. But to do that, you pretty much had to. The guy, I believe, he eventually gets her, and the way he does it, because the antagonist, he don't care. You know how they usually are. But the way he do her, and it shows everything just go in her chest, and just the sword just comes out. It don't look like it's in her, but it's like the way it's in her is like he's like pulls it out magically, but it's ripping everything out. It's so crazy. I wish it was.
I feel like I came across this in a video ranking like the most violent 90s anime. Because the description is familiar, but I don't know the name.
And I seen that when I was a kid, and I would rank that as one of my movies. And I watched it, and it didn't faze me because it was still, drawn and everything. But man, it was brutal. But anyways,
that's your number 3?
I wish it was. I can't think. You know what? That'll be my number 3. I can't.
That's
think of the
crazy.
name.
I can't wait to hear number 2 and 1.
Maybe when I get that 3. But no, this is between. I would say it's 2 and 3 because I want to say Ganto, and the reason why I say Ganto is because Gantz itself is a underrated manga that people don't really talk about. So when they
Gantz?
Ganto, have you seen that?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. They have it. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It's the movie prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and you already know about the manga.
I've seen Gantz.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like just a story about so pretty much it's the orb or whatever. People die, so they have a second chance to come back to life. But they have to play the game depending on the missions that they do. And they get points depending on how they do on the mission. But you can still die on a mission. If you die after you get that second chance, then you're just done for it. Like,
oh, wow.
You don't even exist anymore. Like, I don't think anybody remember you or anything, right?
I don't remember it. I haven't watched Gantz since I was like 12.
Yeah, it's been a while. So when they brought the prequel, it was just like, raw, that's beast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they was gonna bring it back. But anyways, so it's just pretty cool because they have because you have the opportunity to stay in the game if you want to. You don't have to come back to life because you get all these different options when you accumulate a certain amount of points. So when you get the certain amount of points, you can either get like you come back to life, get these crazy weapons to start a whole nother game and get those points again. You keep doing it over and over how many times you want to, or you can bring somebody back to life that passed. I'm talking about one of your teammates that's in the Gantz world with you.
Oh,
so it mixes it up and makes it pretty cool. So I like just the concept and just because I'm a big Gantz fan.
Yeah.
And this one is about to sound so cheesy, and I do not care. The Broly movie. That is my
Super Broly.
Yes, that is my number 1 because of what they did. Because be honest, who expected it to be that good? I knew it was going to be good. I didn't expect it to be that good. And then it's like, how are you going to top that? Because over the years, when they introduced us to Broly, it was just all like, oh, who beating Broly? Even though he's not even Kanan, who beating him? And then they make him Kanan and still make him Beast, but change him up to bring him into the universe.
He's more relatable too. Like he's a lot more grounded. He has a personality.
There we go. He's not just a powerhouse and just raw Kakarot. You know what
his
I'm saying?
Broly's backstory was crazy on like the whole jealousy factor and that went into play, and then him basically kind of training himself, and having that pet and stuff like that, and
wearing his ear as like
bro, who thought of that? Like who thought of that?
You see, Broly isn't some like just emotionless beast anymore. He has like Rabbit said, he's relatable. That's so fire. Yeah, that's fire, bro.
Actually, I think the best part about the Broly movie that slept on is you get a full understanding of who Vegeta is as a character based on his father, King Vegeta. Because King Vegeta was jealous and ships Broly off the planet. Who else do we know with that level of pride and jealousy? Vegeta.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of see it as like father, like son. Like
right. Facts.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know DBZ had depth.
It's a very simple story with a lot of depth to it, but like it keeps simple. So that's why I like it so much, because you can, when you think about it, it's there. But when you don't want to think about it, some dope ass fights.
That's the forefront is the fights. But like you said, big fans, the depth is like just really pay attention, because it's like even the storylines, how they connect everything. When you're a fan, when you go from Dragon Ball all the way to now, it's like y'all
Right.
really did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
It's like
saying?
an entire journey. Yeah, I can appreciate. I'm not a DBZ fan all that much, but the last movie we saw, DBZ.
Oh, superhero.
Yeah, that
Superhero.
one hit
Superhero was
right.
funny
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah,
That
I think that was for
Yeah.
everybody.
So funny.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like on the moments where I do pay attention to DBZ, I'm like, okay, it hit. It hit.
Yeah,
I can
right.
appreciate it. Yeah.
I didn't like about that movie that they played us on the Fusion. They played
Yeah.
us on the Fusion.
Yeah.
With Trunks and Goten.
You
'cause
thought
I
you was
want-
gonna get
Oh,
Goten?
yeah.
I thought we was gonna see the design. I was like, at least
Right.
let's see the design, even if it's for a couple seconds.
Have they
but it
not
was
shown the design?
Not them as adults.
Oh, okay.
When they fused, they screwed it. They screwed up the fusion dance, and so they ended up with
the fat
Deku
Obesity?
with-
Yeah.
Obesity. Oh, okay.
Obesity as a power up. Wow, that's insane.
Hey, but it came in handy somehow. I forgot what they did in the movie, but they helped out a little bit.
Everybody helped out.
All right, Rabbit, what you got for us, bro?
He about to hit us with some stuff.
I feel like
I
he
actually
been brewing
like-
over there.
I actually
You feel
like
me?
cute, simple, fun anime movies. Like, if I'm only gonna be able to watch it for like an hour and a half, then like I like something that's fun. So like, I guess like as a runner-up, it would have to be a Silent Voice.
Okay.
That was
gotta
good,
see
but
that. I gotta see that.
number 3 is Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. It's this really cute love story between these two kids
Ari
with
agrees.
anxiety, and they lose their phones, but they have the same phone in the same case, so they end up with each other's phones, and they start texting each other, trying to get their phones back. And like one, he's a poet, and he just has a lot of anxiety when it comes to performing and like reading his poetry. And then the girl, she wants to be a streamer, but she has like buck teeth and braces, and she's insecure about it, so she wears a mask everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And it's about them like overcoming their anxieties. It's a really fun, cute story. You can find it on Netflix. Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch that, man. Like,
It's a very feel good. Like
okay.
you like sit back with a snack and have a good time. After that, let's say number 2, Princess Mononoke.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't watched that.
So good.
That one
Princess-
just the way they connect Japanese mythology into the world, the commentary on industrialism, and as well as the commentary on imperialism, the action scenes. It's great. I forever love that scene where she has the knife to his neck and she's like, "What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I love you."
Right.
Like, the toxicity in there.
My man Ashitaka being toxic.
Shout out to Ghibli for real.
That movie is good. If you really think about it, all Ghibli movies are about environmentalism and industrialization, but like that's a whole nother topic. But like they all about the same thing. And I say number 1 for me is Summer Wars.
Summer Wars.
Summer Wars was directed by the same guy who created Digimon Children's War Game, and it shows. Like you can definitely see very similar concepts. It's basically a two stories in one. One is this guy goes with his friend from school and pretends to be her boyfriend so that her family will think that she has a relationship because her family's been wanting her to get married. So she's like, pretend to be my boyfriend, come through with me. And then there's like a lot of family drama. There's an adopted brother in there and they don't like him because he stole a bunch of money from like their adopted father after he died. Then they're like the individual like relationships among them, as well as like the grandmother who's trying to hold this huge family together, but like they've all kind of like dispersed over time and gone their own directions. So it's very much like a family reunion type feel.
Oh, okay.
On the other hand, there is an AI stealing people's Google accounts and taking over the internet and threatens to drop a satellite on the planet if they don't beat it in a fighting game.
Hey, yo.
The movie goes so hard.
And
The movie
this
goes
is
so
Summer
hard.
Wars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is one movie.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And these two stories are connected. They're like two separate stories, but they come together, and it makes sense how they come together. But it's the only way I know how to explain what's happening. Is like you're stealing your Google accounts, and they're using your Google accounts to play fighting games.
That's a wild reason.
Y'all
to
are
be
ever
stealing
down to
people's
do a
accounts.
movie night. I got the movie.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
great. It's funny. It's cute. It has like a very simple animation style. It's very like flat. So it creates this feeling of fluidity, and everything's like very shaky and expressive. But when they go into the game world, it's like CG, but reduced depth until it's almost 2D, outlined in red. So it's like two different animation styles. So when you're in the real world versus when you're in the game.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty dope. Yeah.
And the way those two stories come together, it's great. Also, the AI is named Love Machine. It's an AI named Love Machine based on Indian mythology. It's great.
The AI is named Love Machine, but it wants to drop a satellite.
Yeah, a whole satellite.
Sound like violence machine to me. Like, wow, that's crazy. Wow. I'm gonna have to take you up on that movie now
So
because
good.
that sounds like a fire movie.
Yeah.
When go ahead.
It's like anything by that director is really good, but Summer Wars is like so much
he's
fun.
done other stuff like he did The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
I've heard of that.
Belle.
Belle,
He did
Children.
Belle?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch that.
He did
I
The
love
Boy and the
Belle.
Beast.
Yeah, The Boy and the Beast was great.
Oh no,
he did Meat Eye.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did the Digimon movie for like the first one.
Yeah, he did a Digimon Children's War Game, which is Digimon the Movie 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
The Boy and
Yeah.
the Beast. I just recently watched that. Like,
So good.
like
I think it's Mamoru something. I don't remember his last name, but if he's on the track, it's
it's going
fire.
crazy.
Like the beats are gonna go crazy. Just put him on there, and then like you're gonna get him. He's like a Shinichiro Watanabe, but for anime movies.
oh, okay. Okay.
Shinichiro Watanabe, for those who don't know, director of Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, Terror and Resonance, Kids on the Slope, producer for Michiko and Hachin.
Yeah.
He's one of those things where like everything he touches is gold.
Let him know.
He just touches that Midas touch.
He does
Let
all
him
the
know.
music?
Shinichiro, no, he's the director.
Oh.
Yeah, let him know. Let him know, bro.
He writes and directs all the stories except for Michiko and Hachin. He's the producer for that one. But you can still see his hand in like the way they tell the story.
And if-
Like him and like the guy who did Summer Wars, Mamoru. Those are those people who are like, if you see their name on anything, watch it.
okay.
No, he's got an anime coming out made with the guy who did the John Wick movies.
What?
Yeah, Lazarus. That shit goes.
Oh,
The
that's
trailer
gonna go
looks hard. It looks so
crazy.
hard. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ari, let us
Ooh,
know.
I had to sit and think about it. I have like. Can I start with my runner-ups? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's 3, 2, 1. 3,
3,
2,
2, 1. Okay, so my runner-up or like hashtag like honorable mentions would be Howl's Moving Castle. Just
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you can only simp for Howl for so long, but also at the same time, I do appreciate it because like Miyazaki is the GOAT, but also I really like how the novel was interpreted into
Okay.
the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's new information to me.
You didn't know it was
I
based
didn't-
off a book?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, it was based off of a book that came out I think like in the 80s or 90s or something.
It's an
Yeah, like
old
old book.
book.
It's an old book.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. 80s being old is
Yeah.
crazy because I was born in 89.
Oh no. Black don't crack.
Hey,
So
the-
like
Hey,
The
you feel
80s
me?
is
You
like,
feel me?
the 80s is like 40 years ago at the oldest.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. 40 years.
at the
Not
oldest.
yet.
Damn, that's crazy.
Not
That is
yet.
crazy.
I would say Goodbye Don Glees is a recent anime movie that I watched. I fell in love with it. It's very beautiful, but it's a really nice coming of age story about these 3 boys who kind of meet up in the summer. Like 2 of them are who live in this town. One of them is just like visiting or like temporarily in the area. And it's kind of like how they get blamed for like this fireworks show or something, and like how their transition from they go on like a trip over the summer to find this to find the fireworks show, or like their drone that went missing caused this like huge ass fire. And it's this coming of age story of like how they like go on this journey through the mountains and how they're like backpacking through the woods, and it's just visually it's amazing, and then it does the anime thing where like one of the boys is like terminally ill or something and just dies.
Course.
But it also sort of kind of covers how like the main two, like once they go to college, 'cause one of them's leaving for one of them goes to high school, one of them goes to high school in Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And how the two boys grow apart, and how after the one boy dies, they don't go to their clubhouse anymore, and then just something about the fact that like they find this red phone booth and like they call the number on it, and it turns out it was like the terminally ill boy had like answered it in like a different country from like this random spot. Like there's just something like really symbolic and beautiful with it. Like I'm describing it as vaguely as I can, because like I encourage you to go see this fucking film. It's great. And then I think third runner up, I would probably have to say One Piece, the movie Red, because that just hit right.
Everybody talk about that.
No. But I was gonna say like
I haven't seen
I'm
it.
not
I
a
haven't
One
seen
Piece
either,
fan.
but I've heard so
I'm not a
much
One
about
Piece
it.
fan, but that was really good. Just the visual, the songs, the emotion of the character, like the fight scenes were great. The animation was fantastic. The Japanese voice actress who they got to sing those songs, oh my gosh, she was Ado was fantastic.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Oh my God, Alexa, play top music.
Right.
Oh, that song is so good.
For my actual top three, I would say number 3 would be Ame and Yuki, Wolf Children, because it's a beautiful story. Again, coming of age. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Coming of age story about
Same
how
guy who did Summer Wars.
But yeah, beautiful story of like these two kids and how they're being raised by a single mom, because they're the wolf dad dies and everything. Spoiler alert. But there's something how the movie captures the independence of the two children and how they're growing up in like two separate worlds, because the girl doesn't really want to. The sister, I think the sister is Yuki. I could be getting it wrong, but like the sister doesn't want to embrace like her wolf heritage. She wants to go to school. She wants to be a normal girl. She wants to, like make friends. And then her brother, on the other hand, has trouble make friends, doesn't have trouble fitting in. So instead of him going to school, he kind of starts to embrace his wolf side. And then he like just, one of them takes the path of like being a human, and the other one, he kind of just becomes a wolf. So at the very end of the film, it's like the mom, watches her children leave the nest, because it's like, the girl, she like, I think she goes to high school or middle school abroad in Tokyo or something, and stays in a dorm. And then like the boy, he embraces his wolf form and then goes to live in the mountains as a wolf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just,
That's deep.
it's really deep. And the movie ending is really beautiful, where it's like, she's like listening to the woods, and then like you can hear her son like howling in the background. And then with the mom, it's like it paints like a really nice like picture of like what it's like for her to be a single parent, just like the struggle and all of that. So I thought that was really beautiful. Number 2, I would say I would probably say Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind.
Okay.
That one was really, again, Miyazaki being the goat. That one is just a really great story about kind of like, again, just, I don't want to say like girl power, but no, it's a really great commentary about the environment and like what you should do to protect it. Like most of Miyazaki's movies have that commentary, but a lot of the stuff related to like how you should like respect this forest and respect the surroundings, and like learn to coexist with the environment. Because if you treat it badly, it's like nature will attack, like as it does. It's like there's this one king. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but there's this one, like I think the main antagonist is like these people were like trying to like destroy the forest, because it's super poisonous and everything. And then eventually it involves something about these creatures called the Ohm. They're these giant like cephalopod looking things, and they're trying to lure them out to like kill them all, because the bugs are bad and the forest is bad. But a baby gets hurt, one of the baby gets hurt, all the Ohm come out, and it's like they take revenge. They storm the castle.
Right.
Like nature comes to reclaim its land. So it's really nice how you're looking at one where Nausicaa's from, like her people, they live one with nature for the most part, where it's like she'll go into the woods and it's like she's super respectful. She learns to coexist with these creatures, versus like the people from the industrial nation, like they're like, nah, we're here to like destroy and like take over everything and like burn it with fire.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
And then I think my number 1, at least for now, my number 1, because I've had to narrow this shit down, was Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue.
I knew
Blue.
somebody was gonna say Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue was so good. I was between that one or Millennium Actress, but like Perfect Blue is good. I don't know if have you seen it at all?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
A lot of these I really got to write down.
I can write them down for you. I got you.
I would say a good like 85% of these movies like that Rabbit and Ari is talking about, they really out here watching these movies. 'Cause I'm like, yo, I got 2 Studio Ghibli's and like they got some like avant-garde heat.
Oh yeah. I'd be like deep in the anime movie sauce.
I love watching anime movies. Like, it's easier to get me to watch an anime movie than to sit through a whole anime.
Okay, I feel you.
Oh. But
Perfect.
Perfect Blue.
Perfect
It's
Blue,
the story.
okay.
It's kind of like a coming of age thing where it's about this young actress who starts off her acting career in Japan, and it's kind of about her experience and how she deals with a stalker, and how there's this. It also deals with not only with the stalker, but how her like innocence is like taken away from her during like some scenes. Like a part of the movie involves her like showing her filming like a scene where she gets raped at a club. And they kind of like show it where they're filming it, the actor who's like playing the rapist, he's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, and she's like, no, it's okay, we have to like, film the scene, and they film the scene and the movie shows it, so it deals with the taking away of innocence.
Wow.
It's also a psychological horror, so there's a lot of have to leave out because I need y'all to see this film. The psychological horror aspect and then the twist of it is like really, really good. It's just kind of how they play with it and how like her assistant is involved in everything. Because there's a certain point where like I want to say the movie flips to like the point of view of like the stalker, and when that happens, when you learn the truth of everything, it's good. Yeah.
Okay. All
What
right.
is that?
Perfect.
Perfect Blue?
Perfect Blue. It's made by the same guy who did Paprika, and Millennium
That's
Actress.
really avant-garde. Paprika.
Oh yeah, if you want anime Inception, please watch Paprika.
Anime Inception?
Yeah.
Oh,
Paprika.
that's
Yeah.
fire. I'm
Yeah.
interested instantly.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like Inception was just chef's kiss for me. But anime Inception? Oh, that's 2 great things that you could put together.
So trippy.
Right.
So good.
When I watch this back, I'm writing all of this down. and before they kick push, they writing all of this down.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Like I need to know. And we having that movie night.
Yeah,
we
for sure,
having
yeah.
that movie night
I'll
for
cook
sure.
it,
Okay. Fire takes. All of us got fire takes. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm about to start watching a bunch of movies. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta broaden my horizons in the movie game, in the
I'm still
anime
trying
movie
to
game.
catch up on some other stuff. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
That's the beauty of
Anime.
anime movies.
Yeah.
You watch it and you're done. It's a sitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
We ain't got
facts.
nothing to do. How like when I'm at work, sometimes I'll just play it in the background, sit through a whole movie, and be like, "Oh, that was cool."
Yeah. Move on to the next one.
Oh yeah, I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, fire takes, y'all. Fire takes. So this is gonna be one character, and tell me why. Who got the coldest drip? The coldest drip.
The cold
And I do. In fresh from the head down to the boots, just cold. Like you see them coming through, you swear it's YSL or you know what I'm saying, Gucci or like you know what I'm saying. Of course, it's not any of those things, but like you look at it, you like, dang, that anime character is fly.
Well, that's easy.
All right, I'd like to add some rules to this.
All
'Cause
right,
we already know.
That's
We
cool.
already know. No Bleach, no JoJo's.
No
'Cause
Bleach,
we
no
already
JoJo.
know that the drip game is crazy and
Yeah.
they gonna win every single
no
time.
Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen.
I think you
JJK
could do-
don't-
JJK is like it's cool. It's still new enough. I feel like
Yeah.
Bleach, especially with the cover arts, like
Oh yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
because the creator, he said he wanted to be a fashion designer. So of course all his characters just dripped out.
Yeah,
and of
that's
course
a
if you watch JoJo,
Oh,
I got
Joe,
like
what?
6 backups just in case y'all pick something I've picked in my head. So I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm so ready. Let's go.
I'm confident in my pick. I'm confident.
Yeah.
Nobody not gonna
I'm coming for all of you with mine because y'all ain't ever gonna
I just
hear
I always
of it.
hate it. It's like one. It's like God damn it.
Yeah,
I got multiple, but
That's
yeah.
right.
All right, I can do one.
Go, Rabbit, go ahead.
My favorite drip in like any anime. Like I have a lot that I love. Like I love Koibuchi and Princess Jellyfish. Like his style is like phenomenal. I love the characters in Skate the Infinity, but the one that got me is Don Quixote do Flamingo in the Dressrosa arc of One Piece.
Oh.
With the black suit, the red tie, and the pink floor-length feather coat.
Yo.
Bro, it was
That's
something
some heat right
different. I
there.
was like, and he had like the glasses, his hair was slicked back. I was like, where did you get a red suit, my guy? Like, where'd you get a red suit?
Doflamingo stay dripping.
And then and it's the feather coat for me.
Oh.
The pink feather coat
Iconic,
is
bro.
crazy. Like,
Iconic.
Definitely.
like, it's
iconic.
one of those things where it's like that's a statement piece. Like you wear that and like no one cares. The rest of your outfit doesn't matter. Everybody's just gonna be on that. Like they're gonna look at that.
That's a fact.
And the fact that he has a matching one with his brother who wears a black
Oh
one.
my god.
Yeah, his
know, One
brother,
Piece kinda
his
be
brother,
Corazon.
rest in
the
peace,
drip.
Corazon was a black
Yeah,
one.
facts. Rest in
I
peace,
was
Corazon.
That was, I'm like that.
You know, it's crazy. It's like
It was too
when
good.
you say that about his swag, it's all like, even the smile on his face is like, you know, I'm dripping, and if you say something, I'm just gonna beat you.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? He had that look on that smile says
Like
it all.
he had,
Right.
and it's also in the walk. The way he walks is so goofy and weird, but he's confident in it because he's like, I
That's
look
what it
good,
is, his
and
confidence.
I wish a nigga would say something.
Yeah, facts. facts.
That is, yeah,
Facts.
don't like
this
that.
is
for
this is a
real.
cold motherfucker. This is the man. He shot his own brother. Like he shot his own brother and his own dad. Like he'll put anybody down.
Yeah, well, I mean, Doflamingo was a whole problem.
Yeah,
He was a
definitely
problem.
like definitely one of those love to hate characters. But like the
Yeah.
way he came out with the whole crew and he was just chilling. Like he's got way too much swag. Like that's why it's fun to watch because you're just like, I want to like you. I want to think you're fun, but god damn, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah, facts, big facts. LV, who you got?
Oh man, this is when I'm gonna have to go with Killua from Hunter x Hunter. I know some people like to say Hunter x Hunter. We just gonna read it like that, but anyways, though, you know how the anime community
anime
get.
Do you
Yeah.
also say Spy X Family?
Man,
Hey, that's a good point. Like some people
touche.
do. Hey, look.
Touche.
Personal
But I
preference.
say Killua because he got his regular drip with the cut off shirt and the shorts, but it was sometimes in the anime where he'd come dressed up, and you knew that he come from a family with money, so
Bread.
it was unexpected. When I
York
used to
New
see him
City
come,
when he showed up in the suit.
Bruh, well, I was about to say, bro, when he pulled up in the, I mean, he used to switch up his drip every now and then. That's why, because you never knew when he was going to do it, and that's why I always respect him. And then he knew he was feeling himself too, like, I know I can do it. I can do it. You know, his when it comes to his dress style, he was like feeling himself, like you said, the Doflamingo, the confidence. That's how Killua was with, especially when he put on that suit.
That confidence is everything. Because remember, Doflamingo is also the guy in some slides in flooded zebra print green and pink
Not the
pants
zebra
with no
print.
socks on.
No
He
socks.
had,
Bruh.
you know what
Yeah.
kind of swag he had?
He
From
had
the
the-
bottom down was a Cuban swag with the cigar. If he had the
Bro.
cigar,
Yeah, it
bro.
was so-
Not the no socks.
I say that to be like the way you carry yourself says a lot about what you can wear, and that's
Bro.
like Kilo is the same. Like he can wear anything, but he carries himself in a way so you're like, you know what, you can work, you can make it work.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Exactly.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. I'm gonna go next. My boy, Vin Smoke Sanji.
Which suit?
All of them. You understand what I'm saying to you? All
I
of
be cooking with the suit.
Look. Man's, when the last time you seen a chef chefing it up with a suit on?
No, you right.
You know what?
Exactly.
I
No,
never
you
thought
right.
about it like
yeah,
that.
he got a
Exactly.
point.
I never thought about
We
it
stand.
like
Honestly,
that.
my favorite Sanji fits are the dad fits where he's wearing like a short sleeve button up in the shorts.
Oh yeah.
He looks like someone's dad at a grill. Like he looked like he'd
Right.
be wearing sandals with socks and just throwing down.
Right, bro. Sanji is always dripped out.
Yeah.
Bro, like he had the coldest Germa suit. The Germa suits was cool, but Sanji's was different.
Black
bro.
one with the mask.
You feel me? With the mask and the glasses, bro. Come on, dog. Come on. Like his Wano, excuse me, his Wano suit, crazy. You know what I'm saying? His suit when he first started with the stripes. I mean, with the striped shirt and the blue suit, crazy. Sanji just go crazy with the formal joints. You feel me? And then when he became sober mask, the German suit was crazy. Even when he was in Wano with the samurai drip with the yellow stripes and the white stripes and his hair was. Come on, stop. Put some respect on my boy Vince Smokes. I'm sorry, he don't like to be called Vince Smoke. My bad, Sanji. Sanji, you understand what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy what you say about One Piece with the different suits. You notice how from the beginning of the anime to now that they had like almost everybody in the crew. Well, I think everybody in the crew switched up their outfits depending on the occasion, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool because you got anime don't usually do that. You get that like from Naruto when they were younger. Their outfits didn't change till they got into Shippuden. When they had times like that to keep changing up their outfits from different occasions. I mean, Sasuke's his outfits
he switched it up. He went on. He like y'all can wear those musty ass clothes. I'm about to switch it up.
Sasuke came on real quick, like, hold up, he switched it up throughout the anime, but
also,
you don't really get that because the whole crew was switching it up.
Right.
Also, can we pause to talk about Sasuke and Boruto with the fucking suit? With the straight collar, he has the Chinese collar suit with the cape on to cover his arm.
Bro.
Is that the update? Is that one?
Yeah, that's the one where like he has no arm. He has like just the sword on the other side, and then like the other sleeve just kind of hangs.
Is that the drip from when he's a traitor now?
No, this is from Boruto. This is from like
not Sasuke. This is way past. It's not further into the manga.
This is like at the beginning of Boruto. Like he's dressed like this.
Okay.
Damn, Boruto's dad's friend has drip.
Boruto's dad boyfriend does have drip. Yes.
Oh, Boruto's dad's boyfriend got drip. I love Boruto's dad's boyfriend. He's fantastic. I love it.
But yeah, Sanji's got it. And you're right, they do switch up, but we also got to put some respect on Nico Robin's name. Every single fit, every single one is fire. From the latex dress to the crop jacket with the Hawaiian skirt. Like she changes
Nico
her
Robin
outfit.
is drippy, no cap.
She changes her outfit all the time.
Yeah, that's no cap. Nico Robin is facts.
I respect that.
Right, Ari. You said you had like 6.
No. I know I had 6 backups because at first when him and I got like the same Brave Way, and I was like, I thought you were gonna talk about the drip from Air Gear because those kids go hard. In Air Gear.
No, I was thinking Koibuchi from Princess Jellyfish.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give a shout out to like Magical Girls because they got their own transformation. And they get an outfit for battle, and the drip goes hard. But no, my pick is the one and only, the GOAT, the Count from Gonkotsu, the Count of Monte Cristo. Oh. When I walk, my patterns move across with my outfit.
Oh,
okay.
Have y'all seen the Count of Monte Cristo?
No,
it's
but I
so
can imagine
good.
that,
patterns moving.
Animation.
Yeah, if you've seen, have you seen Chowder?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like that. It's like that. But I'm talking about
deep.
like beautiful textures, like just intricate patterning with the fabric, and when the characters walk, it moves with them. I'm out here to represent my gay space vampire.
Honestly, I came because I like the Count of Monte Cristo books. I didn't know the anime was going to be like that. Also, it is based on a very, very, very old novel.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That sound like I don't know about that anime, but that sound like a solid.
I saw someone cosplay that one.
Oh, it's great. It's basically this guy who is framed and he's sent to prison for a long time. And so when he comes out, he's like, I'm gonna get back at everybody who did me dirty.
That's crazy.
And so he finds at least in the original novels, he finds a gold mine. He makes a bunch of money. He makes up being a count to get into high society, and then goes through the book. This is like a 1,000-page novel of him just taking down each person that hurt him individually. He's doing things like marrying their daughters.
Yo, that's
doing things like
in the anime, it's a little different because I want to say
it's
it
in
already
space.
starts.
In the anime, it's in space. So
it takes place in like a futuristic Paris. In the anime, I want to say he's already a member of high society, and then something happened where someone fucks him over and he gets framed.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole thing of him. He's marrying people's kids. He's destroying their businesses. He's like repossessing houses. Like he is ruining their lives and
Repossessing houses.
He doesn't
The
really
repo man?
kill
Bro, that's
people.
crazy.
He just ruins their lives. So then like you have to live knowing, and he doesn't tell you who he is until you're at the bottom. You're like, I ain't got nothing. My family's gone. My money's gone. My house, my business. And that's when he's like, guess who I am, motherfucker.
What is this called?
The Count of Monte Cristo. I want to try
either
and
the
find
anime or the book. One of them. But you got to do one.
I want to try reading the book again. I just don't want to read that shit in Old English.
It's dense. It's a very dense
it's-
read. I do recommend the anime if you want something a little
Yeah.
easier to consume. If you are down to read it,
You can also try to find like one of those like modern translations for it. But if you've read like anything by like Charles Dickens or something, it's written in like kind of maybe not that same time period, but it's written in that old English, like early 1900s, like
What,
late
these and vowels
1800s,
and stuff?
something kind of like that. But it's just it's very
closer to
dense.
Victorian. It's closer
Yeah.
to Victorian English.
She said ancient.
I mean, like
I mean, old.
it's dense in the sense where it's like you're gonna have like 20 pages describing fog or something like that. Like, yeah,
It's really descriptive.
yeah.
And it's one story and it's very long. Like it's not separated into like individual books. It's not a series.
No.
So it was just like it's man.
I think
This
the
book
last
is like
time I had the book, I think it was like
this book is thicker than the Bible. Like
Yeah,
this,
it's
it's a lot.
yeah.
That's why I said like if you're not down for that, just watch the anime. But either way,
Audiobook that shit.
something like you got to consume this series somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, literally every character in that anime, when they walk, the patterns move. And like the one time I saw a cosplay of that shit at Katsucon, they did the patterning on the fabric.
Was it fabric moving?
No, but like
about
they
to
had
say.
to, bro.
That would've
I
been
wish.
crazy.
Now
Right.
you'd probably have to use like a projector for that. But like,
Yeah.
nah, just the way they captured it, because they had the patterns on it and they had like the
Wait.
the
I
intent-
think we could do this. If you make the whole thing out of green screen fabric, we can videotape it
yeah,
and
you
put the
could.
patterns.
You
onto
technically
the
could,
costume.
yeah.
That would be crazy.
Ooh,
That'd
all
be-
right, that might be a fun project. I could do.
You have to make the whole thing out of green screen fabric though.
That's fun. I could make that girl's dress.
Hey,
Give me like a
nice.
couple months. Let's see. I could probably do that.
Put some respect on her name.
Yeah, man.
rabbit.
Oh,
Put
okay,
some
my
respect
bad,
on
my
her
bad.
name.
I've gotten so good with my sewing now.
You feel me?
The next step is
Jeez.
corsetry, but that is a beast for another time.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with boning, man. I don't want to deal with boning. That stuff looks so terrifying.
Yeah. You don't want to deal with what?
Boning.
Boning.
It's so if you ever seen like a corset, like on the like how it keeps its shape. On the inside, if you look on the inner seams, if you see it like how it's divided on those lines.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
this,
yeah.
There's something in those channels called boning. It's either like it's a thin piece of metal or like plastic that you kind of like you sew the channel, you just shove it in there to help keep its shape.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why when you tie it closed on the back, it's like it'll have that like that hourglass shape because of the boning.
I got it. The more you know.
It is also what she said.
But yes. But all right, let's move into our last segment because we are running out of time, y'all. But let's
we
get
talk
into
a lot.
it.
You got two people who talk a whole
It's all
lot.
good. It's all
Running
good.
on
We on the
PC
pod. We
time.
enjoy it. We enjoying y'all for real, for real. Okay. So last segment is villains that we secretly love. And by that I mean like I love this villain is so fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I like him more than the hero. Not necessarily, but like this villain is tight. Like I enjoy this character.
Oh.
Like I really enjoy this character. But okay. Ari.
Oh my god. I don't know if I have one. It's not like, oh my god, like this is like my anime crush, and like I'm like here for it. But I mean, normally my joke answer is Dio, but I can't.
I don't think it's a joke anymore. I think you just
Oh,
like
no,
Dio.
I'm not actually gonna admit to that.
Why not?
Because he kicked a puppy.
Oh, our cameraman says Sosuke Aizen.
Oh, Aizen is a fire tape.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Matt, let him know. Let him know, Matt.
Well, personally, for me, Sosuke Aizen, because in the very earlier episodes of Bleach, he goes from nerdy, quiet, wearing glasses, birdie hanging around with a girl around him. Next thing you know, he goes from fuck everyone, let me slick my hair back and fuck these glasses.
Yeah, that's a fact. Aizen is a fire tank.
That's actually a valid take. Like,
Yeah.
like I've been quiet the whole time, but when he said this, he's like, "My time is now."
Yeah, right.
Does it have to be? You said like that we secretly like? Or
I mean, just
I think the secretly part is a joke, but it's just like you really like this villain.
Homura Akemi from Puella Madoka Madoka.
Madoka Magica.
Madoka Magica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
She literally. So her entire wish. Have you seen the series at all?
I've seen part of it. I haven't seen all of it.
Are you ever? Because I mean, it's gonna get spoilery.
Go ahead.
Cool.
I don't mind spoilers.
She's the villain of the series I love her as the villain because in the original series, it's like her entire wish that she makes with like Kyubey is to go back in time to save Madoka from turning into a witch. The message of like her wish starts off so pure and innocent, but then you slowly realize it's like she keeps rewinding back time to the and anytime the timeline goes, it goes to the point where Madoka's soul gem gets corrupt and she turns into the witch. Each time she goes back, it starts becoming an obsession to a point where in the third movie, she in Rebellion, which like summarizes everything from the first series, her obsession gets to the point where when Madoka becomes God, Homura becomes the devil, just to become the antithesis to Madoka, to a point where she uses her greed, her obsession, her like quote unquote love for this poor girl to literally like what I loved was she literally like when Madoka becomes God, where she's already God, she comes down to try to save Homura from like being corrupted by the witch. When Homura becomes the devil, she rips Madoka from her God self, sealing her in another body, wiping her memory. And the whole entire movie ends with her just trying to keep Madoka under control. And the minute she starts to spaz up and remember, like, she's God, Homura's like, no. And every other character who, like, remembers her, they're like, I'm going to come after you. And Homura's like, bet. And I'm like, wow, that's the bitch. That's that bitch. I love this girl so much. Yeah.
That's
the minds. See, that's why we're trying to tell people the stories that come with anime is why we love anime so much.
Right. LV, what you got?
I got a couple, but I'm gonna go with Light from Death Note.
Okay, I can see that.
I gotta say that because it's just
wait. You called Light a villain?
He is a
villain.
All right. Time to bring out my English degree on this one.
All right, are we gonna debate this?
Light is what you call a villain protagonist. By all means, a villain are the cultural abnormalities that we disagree with within our societies. And that is how we dictate what a villain is and what a hero is. Also what an anti-hero is. An anti-hero basically being a hero who also does not reflect the things that we enjoy in our society. For example, a character like Deadpool, who is incredibly violent, is not someone that we look up to as a hero, but he is trying to save and protect people. Now that we have like definitions for hero and villain, Light is indeed a villain. He goes against everything our society believes in. He's taking the law into his own hands and killing off people, even if what they've done is barely notable. In fact, toward the end of the series, he starts killing off the lazy and the sick. So by all means, he's a villain. But we're used to our villains being antagonists. Antagonists and protagonists are technical terms. A protagonist is your main character. It doesn't matter what they do. If that's the character you're following, that is a protagonist. L, Nier, and Mello are the antagonists of Death Note, but they are also heroes because they are more in line with our own current political and philosophical beliefs. So we have a hero antagonist and a villain protagonist. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Man, no. We needed that. I needed that because that makes so much sense, and there wasn't no need for no rebuttal or anything. You ate that up perfectly.
Hey, look.
For real.
Hey, look. That was fire.
Man,
also,
and it made sense. It was detailed and it makes sense. It wasn't like, hold up, can you go back? Like, no, that was perfect, bro. Like,
Aaron, villain protagonist.
That's fire.
Eren, villain protagonist. Lelouch, villain protagonist. Because these are all people that we're like, though, in any other context, that would be the bad guy.
But you know what, Aaron, his is way more complex with it
Yeah,
because
'cause
it's
He
like
becomes the villain. He's the
Yeah.
hero.
yeah, so it's way more
like-
complex, and then it all goes back into your perception of him too, because it's like for me, as far as Aaron goes, I think he was in the right. Because how they was doing him, regardless of how he went about it, how other way was he supposed to go about it? There was no nice way to go over there and be like, hey, we didn't have nothing to do with what went on in the past. Y'all got us over here like we evil or nothing. We just trying to be over here survive. You guys got all these resources over here, and we sitting over here on this island way back in time. We haven't caught up. Y'all got all this future stuff. And they still just sitting there, and they come, you find out all this stuff. They send all these people over here, and let me not be long-winded anyways. But you know what I'm saying? They bring all this, it's just the whole story of Attack on Titan. I don't feel like Eren was a villain at all. Did people die? Yes. But he had to worry about his people. If it was your people sitting there and you having them sending all these monsters over here, and you got to go over here and you letting them know we don't know what happened in the past, and this comes down, it's all like, now I got to worry about my people because y'all don't care about what we got to say because, so y'all, no matter what we say, we are the villains.
Let them know.
So what you're describing is what I'd call a well-intentioned extremist, where it's like they clearly are
The homie
morally in the
deep
right.
in
There's a
his bag.
stance to have.
Yeah.
They're just going so far as to you start to question, are they the hero?
Yeah.
So,
and I see that. I see
Yeah,
that. I'm
'cause
just
now-
saying I
'cause-
agree with him.
Yeah, it's like you may
You
not
know?
agree. You may agree with Eren, but you also see that it's like he's going far enough to where not just characters in the series are concerned about him, but us as readers, we're like, I don't know.
No, if you should go that far. Yeah, especially when it comes down to the kids and stuff. When they're with the what was that?
I mean,
the Warhammer Titan.
The Warhammer Titan
the host-
activating the rumbling,
Bro,
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
bro.
you know, everyone
Thought
gets
you
caught in
weren't
the.
caught
Yeah.
up on Attack on Titan.
Huh?
That you weren't caught up on Attack on Titan.
I read the manga.
Oh.
Me too. You know what I mean? It's all like, yeah, as far as
I was
manga
gonna say,
goes,
if we're on the
yeah.
Attack on Titan beat, I'd also like to shout out that girl who shot Sasha because she could be viewed as an antagonist, but as far as she was concerned, Sasha was like the villain.
Nah.
Yeah.
But then-
Gabby could go.
Nah,
Yeah.
Gabby had a
Yeah.
reason.
Fuck
I know, like,
Gabby.
fuck
No.
Gabby, but nah, Gabby had a reason. I get the reason. I
Bring
get the
a reason
reason.
for
bring,
Sasha out of all the people.
Bro.
I mean, Sasha was a
Light,
bullet. No, I'm kidding,
lighters
I'm
up.
kidding.
Let me lighters up for Sasha because
Lighters
she
up for
didn't
Sasha,
deserve
but
that.
no, I
bro.
mean Sasha didn't deserve it. It was also wasn't she part of? It's like I'm also like looking at this from like wasn't my context of what happened is like wasn't she also like part of that thing that they were like invading?
She was.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
She was. But
So-
I mean, think about it. It goes back.
Yeah.
They're sitting there turning people into Eldians that are pretty much been growing up where the Marleyans are and turn them into Titans and bring them over here to destroy us.
Everyone's a villain in Attack on
At
Titan.
the end of the day,
It
just
let's
depends
bring it
how
back
you
to Rabbit because he's
Bring
going to
it back.
explain it because he's
Everyone's
man, that's
a villain in
perfect,
someone's
man.
story.
Right.
It's all about perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Perception
when you
checks.
really start to think about it, heroes in a lot of different anime have done some terrible things.
Decisions.
So what you got to roll? What kind of perception check you got to roll to be right in this conversation?
As far as Attack on Titan,
I feel like you have to get like a crit 20.
I don't
You're
think anybody
you're
can be
not
right.
like there's
Yeah.
the only way to be right in Attack on Titan is if your name is Mikasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
honestly.
feel
Wait,
it.
what about
Why
Armin?
she gets the right decision?
Because she's the only one who doesn't go to any extreme on either side.
I mean,
Hey, what
wasn't
about
she part
Armin?
of the team when they went over there to raid the
Yeah. Up
Marleyans?
until she started realizing what was going on, and then she decided my main problem is my friend over there, Eren, fucking things up. And once she focused on that, nothing else mattered.
That's true.
Because
Yeah,
she
that's
was
a
able to
fact.
keep her head on straight. When she saw the villain, she was like, "That's the person I need to deal with." Everyone else, they kind of shaky. They're like,
Yeah.
they're more concerned with like the politics of the situation.
That's true.
Ar-
That's true.
Shit. What about Armin?
Oh, I
Armin
forget
too.
Armin exists. I
that's
genuinely
fair.
forget Armin exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he do something important? Or is he just kind of there now?
He's kind of like in contrast to Eren. You know, he's just
Okay.
there for that.
Okay.
Anyway, while I'm on my soapbox, villain that I love more than a hero, Haruka from Fully Cooley.
She's a villain?
fully cool.
She's the main villain.
I haven't
Really?
heard that in a long time.
Man, I haven't heard fully cool.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, it's not that. Haruka is just interesting. She's more interesting than Naota, which I think is intentional, which is why I think Naota is so obsessed with her, because she's essentially a manic pixie dream girl. And what makes her stand out is that even though Naruto looks at her and he's like, oh my God, this girl, she's going to save my life. She's going to make me grow up and become a man. Now that stuff, she is just there for her own sake. She has her own interests and she just views him as a step to that interest. She grooms this boy into being a weapon for her to get to the person she actually wants to be with. And this isn't her first time doing this. Her whole thing of being lovable, desirable, needed, it's not her first time. What you see in the first series when she's talking to that guy who runs the Mechanica building, and he's like begging, he's like, please, why did you choose him? Why didn't you choose me? And she hits him with the base and pulls the little thing out of his head. And she's like, this is the best you can do. The whole thing is she's always been like this. She is a character designed to be likable, to be desired, so that she can do whatever she wants. And she knows what she's doing.
You know who that sound like? It sound like, what's her name from Chainsaw Man?
Makima?
Yeah.
It sounds just like her.
Yeah.
Especially if you know the been reading the manga.
Haruka walks so Makima could run. Because Makima's great.
Okay.
Makima, that's why I say that as a good thing. Like, damn.
No spoilers,
But
how far are you?
I finished the anime.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically like, and I say that as a compliment, like not as like, oh, this character is worse. It's more like, no, like this thing happened, so then another character could kind of take the torch and go even further with it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Haruka, she's a character meant to be loved. You're meant to be in the shoes of Naruto, and he's immature, he's childish. He just wants to be the cool adult. He wants to have the cool girlfriend. And the whole story is about him realizing that he's just a child. And at the end, she even tells him, like, I'm just using you. You're just a child. I don't want to be with you.
Right.
And then she dips. And that's the lesson he ends on of like, stay in a child's place. Be a child for now.
Wow. That's a good one.
I would have never gotten that much insight from
Fully Cooley. Oh, Fully Cooley is great. I love Fully Cooley.
I've just never completed it.
I
only
know,
6
I
episodes.
never watched it. Yeah.
I was watching other stuff.
Kids Next Door and stuff.
Yeah, I was watching kids. Yeah, I was watching while you were watching Fully Cooley. I was studying The Blade and watching Kids Next Door.
I also watched Kids Next Door.
Did you study The Blade?
Yes, my favorite was number 2. I thought he was really funny.
Fair.
Wild. All right. And we gonna end this on mine. I ain't gonna have as much insight as Rabbit. Rabbit going crazy over there. Rabbit is deep in his
sorry.
life.
I majored in English in college. I'm not a writer anymore, but I'm still very passionate about storytelling and stuff like that. So like when it starts getting into things like villains and heroes and what constitutes a hero and villain, it's just like a switch in my head. It's like, yes, let's start talking about it. I got it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like
No, that's a fire take though. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna go in this direction and I'm gonna say, Satsuki Kurian from Kill la Kill.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even though she's not the main villain,
she's not the main villain, but she is the villain for most of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Until the reveal.
Yeah,
The reveal.
right. So I feel like Satsuki is like, she has such a fire story because for every one of her 3-star generals, she goes and they go to the backstory of how they became indebted to her. So I loved seeing her and Ryoko fight. Like, it was just such fire fight scenes, and then the like Rabbit said, the big reveal was like, oh, I understand why I liked her now. You understand what I'm saying? So like it all comes together at the end, and it doesn't make you feel like, oh man, I've been liking the villain the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it leaves you justified at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I love her throughout the whole series. You know what I mean? Even when she's like down bad, Like she down bad and you like, ooh, that's crazy. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? She the villain. Why am I cheering for her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once she finally, you know, you finally get that reveal, it's like, all right, cool. I've been justified. It's cool.
Yeah.
Now, what up, y'all? Future Yokai here. Just came on to say my main cam died.
Okay, so
Oh, it died.
when did that happen?
My phone died.
Just now, because it was on for a minute.
It's been on. I didn't even touch it.
I think
Did it just die?
So what you're gonna be hearing is mine and LV's audio while you're watching my guests finish the rest of the podcast as the main cam. So I'll catch y'all later. Enjoy the rest of it. I'll holla. You know. But yeah, that's that. I had a very simple take. I have a very simple take, but I love her as a villain.
No, that was good. It's crazy because that's how when you say that, you know who I had that good feeling on, and it's like, a couple people probably gonna be mad is when Frieza came, and went black and jacked up Goku and Vegeta with that one hit, bruh. And I never cheered for Frieza before. But I was like, he deserved that for all the moments he got over the years.
Yeah, I feel
that. Yeah,
I feel you on that one. That's manga, right?
That's the manga. Yeah, they haven't animated yet.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
No spoilers. Was that a spoiler for anybody?
Well, not really.
Okay,
really. It was
Not into the DBZ.
it was mild.
I knew about it.
All right. So, hey y'all, it's been fun. It's been fire.
Oh yes.
We had a lot of fun, a lot of deep takes. Shout out to Rabbit because he went in, he got in his degree bag. He pulled out his degree and said, "Look what I got."
Encyclopedia.
Dropping gripping treasures for us, man.
I know what
me?
I'm talking about.
Brings in the
Right.
symbolism. Mic drop.
Right, exactly. But it's been real, y'all. So it's your boy Yokai. I'm leaving the chat. I'm out. LV out.
Yes, sir. LV the legend.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back with y'all.
I will return.
Yeah,
I will come back.
Hey.
I'm ready for another TED Talk. I'm coming back with another TED Talk.
All right.
I've been Ari. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we out, y'all.